What's up, Leo? My name is Camille, and you're watching Millennial Tarot. This is going to be your May 2018 reading. Just a quick plug that I'm still doing readings, but I'm doing them for $10 instead of $5. Still remarkably cheap, but I had to get that out the way. The biggest thing happening in the sky this month is that Uranus is moving into Taurus. Whenever we have big, outer, slow-moving planets making transits and making movements, it awakens us all. So wherever Taurus may be in your chart, Leo Sun, Leo Rising, Leo Moon are the three main dominants. But wherever Taurus may be, if you are a Leo Rising, it will be in your, let me do this, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus. It'll be in your 10th-ish, 9th-ish, 11th-ish house, depending on the degree of your specific house cusps. But that is the biggest thing happening. Also, the biggest thing is that, we're almost near your birthday. Not quite, though. Okay, so the next biggest thing that is happening is that I'm actually going to do your reading using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck and a 3-card spread per usual. So let's see what is coming up for you this May. Warmer weather, so much better. What is it? Alright, one more time. Perfect. Move that out the way before I stop the video accidentally. Okay, so a lot of people are having these deeply pentacle month of May. Not surprising because we are in Taurus season for the first half. So we're coming into this reading with the Queen of Pentacles. We continue the reading presently with the 9 of Pentacles. And then we have the 3 of Swords. And I'm going to quickly, because I'm being drawn to, clarify that. We hate to see that at the end. Okay. It got clarified with the Judgment card. That's something that's also happening with Gemini, Gemini, Leo. Similar themes for everybody this month, not surprising. So let's talk about the Queen of Pentacles, which is recent past or setting off the reading, however you want to interpret it for yourself. It speaks to getting to a place of creature comfort. You're a place where you're good with your home. You're a place where you're good with your finances. If it doesn't feel like you are yet, things are congealing in the background to provide a more secure foundation for you. Pentacles representing those signs of Taurus, which is where we are now in the sky with the sun. Virgo and Capricorn, these are very analytical, detailed, career-oriented, status-seeking signs. So if you are, everyone's always working on their job, right? There's no person on the planet that doesn't have a career, even if it's a small-time gig. But this is something that's really lighting up your career sector. I know that's still pretty general, but it's money is good. It's family is good. It's even speaks to self-worth and self-esteem. So if you've been dealing with anything challenging that is confronting your sense of self and you're just not feeling good, what is happening now as we move into May, or you may have felt it already probably for most of you, is that you're getting a getting a better sense of security of yourself. You're feeling things come together quicklier. Is that a word? But the Queen of Pentacles, basically with the 9 of Pentacles too, like these are almost the same woman, except for she is sitting more passive, more motherly position, more, being queen of the house almost even. And then the 9 of Pentacles pictures someone who is actually out and doing things, one away from the 10 of Pentacles, so she's a more active, career-driven type of person. So, such a beautiful energy. So it's both representative of the luscious, beautiful time we are right now in nature, with Taurus season and things blooming. This is springtime, so this is something that's coming up to indicate that springtime is going to be a more alleviating presence for you. Leos, I don't know any Leo that has a good time with winter, because it's like the opposite of where you were born. So it comes in to say that you're going to experience more calm and more ease. These are very calming, easing cards. We think of Taurus, to a certain extent Virgo, and maybe not Capricorn, but more solid cards and more the earth signs take emotions, take ideas, take goals and they ground them and they solidify them and they provide a foundation where they can grow. And the Queen of Pentacles, already has that one big thing. We talk about the Queen, so this is one big thing: a house, a new lease on life. But a new lease, and a new job, a new position. And the Knight of Pentacles speaks to more all the smaller things that we accumulate on the way to the big goal, which is the Ten of Pentacles, which shows pictured, family, husband, children, all that stuff. So there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of grounding, there's a lot of sensuality, and there's a lot of peace right now, regarding your home life, your physical domicile, your family life. Indications of like a really fertile time if you're trying to have kids or you're around kids. It's just a very festive, fun-loving time, and it's occurring to me that it has more to do with your finances, more to do with even your health, and more to do, with how you see yourself in your goals. Does that make sense? How you see yourself in relationship to your job, in relationship to your goals, and you see yourself more as a competent, goal-oriented, talented, and deserving person to be there. That's what these two things are coming up to say. And then the outcome, as we detour at the end of this month into Gemini season, which is more of a thinking, analytical, detached, social, but everywhere type card. We have that represented here by the Three of Hearts. We're not playing poker. The Three of Swords, rather, which shows a heart. And the three coming in to represent Gemini. Gemini ruling that third house. So that's why I said Gemini season might see you doing some double takes and overthinking. But let's not forget that the swords always represent the harm that we inflict on ourselves. And a lot of times when people see the Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords, and the Three of Swords, the big culprits here in the deck, they anticipate, especially in the outcome position, they anticipate that something is going to come for them externally. But I'm here to say that Three of Swords are the thoughts that we think. So they're how we bring ourselves down. The Three of Swords is not really as challenging as the 9 or the 10. So this is why I really want you to watch out for at the tail end of May, because May is when we do start Gemini season. Where are you tripping yourself up if you're thinking? Where are you overthinking? Where are you overanalyzing? We have grounding pentacles, and then we have more airy signs, even with the Judgment card. He's blowing on a horn. We have clouds, we have wind, even a little bit more, that type of stuff. None of that is fire, and fire is where you feel at home, Leo, making impulsive, feeling decisions and moving with them without thinking. So it's an uncomfortable time maybe to move into Gemini, where before you take actions, all the energies in the air will be asking you, well, instead, maybe you should think about it. Maybe you should think about this and think about that. And I see you taking it and twirling it around into a little tornado in your head when it doesn't have to be. The Three of Swords coming in to represent, there is a area of your life. It could have to do with, I even have them pictured here, like very far apart on the table, because I'm not sure. For some of you, it may have to do with your job. It may be like, oh, I got to a point where I got the promotion, I got the output out, I got the creative thing out into the masses, and then maybe people start criticizing you, maybe you don't think you're good enough, maybe the work is too much, maybe it's requiring you to spin your wheels and think too much if it's an intellectual pursuit, and that can be making you feel self-doubt. And remember here we spoke about these are two women who are very confident, and then moving into this Three of Swords, which is a more lower octave energy in comparison to the 9, to the Queen, to the Judgment card. This is really, I'm getting even more clearly now, some thoughts coming up like little tumbleweeds in your mind. And you need to kick them away. But they're like saying, I'm not good enough. They don't like me. All that stuff, they come up and they whisper and they go away just as quickly as they came, but the emotion lingers, right? And then you break your heart over it by thinking, too much. And then we have it coupled up with the Judgment card, and the Judgment card is something that came up for Gemini, and it really interprets the same way here. What are the parts of ourself, what are the parts of our thinking and our behavior that are holding us back? These are dead bodies, and they're gray caskets, they're grayed out, and they want to ascend into heaven. They want to leave. So what are the parts of yourself, the behaviors, the things that you think about yourself here, coming up very clearly? What are the things, the people, the environments, the situations that you can leave behind? What are the things that aren't deserving of this place in your life? Or that part of your soul? Very rich, yellow, beautiful, confident feminine cards. And then we have, gray, nasty, black, grayed out, raining type stuff. It's a completely different story. And I do believe that the only reason that we moved from the sunny yellow stuff down into the gray stuff is because the thoughts that you've been thinking, or letting people get into your mind about stuff, or, Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, whenever we achieve something, it's easy for us to fall into this place of imposter syndrome, or we don't deserve this, or how is it sustainable, what are people thinking about me, all that stuff, and you're tripping yourself up. And that could be one of the things that you need to let go. This body's low self-esteem, this one is past situation, and this one is the haters. And you need to let them go, all of it go. So May is going to see you detouring a little bit into self-doubt, perhaps detouring into thinking unproductive thoughts. But really, when you know that the only thing hurting you is how you view it and your own perspective, then you can just as easily and just as quickly change your mind to the more sunny sunshine way. And the Judgment card coming up to say, when you do this, when you do clean out and sweep out, spring cleaning, sweep out that mental chatter, the dust, the tumbleweeds, the things that are bringing you down to a more Three of Swords place. The Three of Swords doesn't really stand up anyway against these big cards. First of all, this is a major arcana. This is a queen and that's a 9, and then we have literal Three of Swords. So it could be a petty thought, it could be something dumb, it could be, letting someone get to you. This is something that's easily overcomable. I don't know if that's a word, but this is something that you can easily overcome. And this is fated, and this is karma, and this is when you overcome it and you're done for good, because we have the Judgment card, double X, 2 tens, and the 10 in the tarot deck means the end of a goal, the end of a cycle. So something karmic is ending this month, and it's going to be something that needs to end. So this is not like you're losing your job, you're losing your relationship, you're losing your mind. This is like you're losing the skeletons in the closet, you're losing the dead weight, and you're going to move on freer and lighter. So my prescription for you this May, Leo, is to enjoy the splendor. Enjoy what you have. Enjoy this time where you can be on top of your health and your good looks and your social life, all of it. Pentacles encapsulates everything that we deal with in this physical incarnation, grounding down. To enjoy it and to not trip yourself over others' opinions, what you think of yourself, what other people think of you, what happened in the past that may not have worked out, what's going to happen in the future tripping. Really let that go and try to entertain what are the parts of yourself that you can die to and that you can kill off for good, and let them ascend into the place where they don't exist anymore. Let them be and go back from whence they came, nothingness and holding no power over you. So that is your May 2018 reading. Of course, if you need anything, any clarity or any peace regarding your specific situation, I am just one email away. But until then, I will see you in June. Have a fabulous May. Do not trip yourself up with all the thinking, okay? I'll see you later. Bye.